Y'all probably didn't know I knew how to operate an iPad, did you? I'm not sure I do, but I had to have some notes on something because I didn't want to forget anything. And while I'm getting ready up here, I really could just say ditto to what Donnie and Steve have said, because they've covered it. Steve actually stole about half my material.
He looked at your notes.
He looked at my notes. I think he saw my iPad laying there and just read over it, is what I think. But, one thing I will say that you need to write this down. If you know somebody in another state, you need to be thinking in your head you want to own that other state. I heard Steve talking about them owning, Tennessee, Well, I ain't conceding Tennessee yet either, but, you need to write down that you need to pick a state or two that you're going to own. And you need to be getting ready to go own that state because understand there will be people that get rich in every state. It's happened every state so far, and it'll happen as we roll into these new states. But you need to make it your goal that you should own a state or two, huh? Wouldn't be bad. Own Florida or own California.
Arizona?
No, leave Arizona. I'm going to Arizona. That's where, for you guys, inside joke. Jordan played baseball at Arizona State, and we have a house there. So, I'm going to just go through some stuff, and I'm not used to looking down at notes. You guys will hear me talk. I mean, I'm just bring it, and whatever comes out, comes out. But I wanted to cover some important stuff. So, as I'm glancing down, please bear with me. But, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that you need to understand this company's going to pay out a lot of money in the next 2 or 3 years. They're going to pay out a lot of money. You don't want your share.
Yes.
Oh.
You want way more than your share.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of people that don't get their share. See, we at the banquet of abundance, so we don't want to settle for the scraps off the table. You guys with me? So we need to start getting a different mindset as we go about this business of this launching stuff. And something else, I hear people come up to me all the time and they say, Presley, do you think I can do this? Well, this will apply to everybody in this room. I can show you somebody that's dumber than you are making $100,000 a year with our company, okay? So, that was my attitude, that I didn't have to be something special because I'm not real special if you're around me much. I'm just an old basketball coach. But you don't have to be some Phi Beta Kappa to do this, guys. We got a bunch of folks making 6 figures a year that ain't a Phi Beta Kappa, huh? So we got to understand we can do this, Andre. I mean, that's something exciting to me. Now, Steve's covered some of this, but I'm going to hit it again because I think this is so important. It's all about the environment that you create. It's all about the environment. Do you understand? We're in the people attraction business. See, what we're really competing with, getting them to meetings and getting them to come watch a business presentation, is we're competing with Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that, We've got to make it more appealing. We've got to get excited about what we're doing. When I was starting this business up, I tell people all the time, I didn't know up from down. I didn't know how to do the presentation. Steve was great at it. I sucked at it. But you know what? I was ignorance on fire. I mean, this old boy was fired up. He'd ask me a question, and I'd say, I don't know, but we're going to make some money, and that was just my attitude, that I didn't have a clue what I was doing. But you'll figure this out. If you'll get fired up, people will come from miles around to watch you burn, huh? I mean, that's just the way life is. If you're some old sourpuss and you got this old long, drawn-out face and, you look like you were weaned on dill pickles, then guys, I'm telling you right now, who's going to want to be around you? I mean, let's get real. Ain't nobody going to want to be around you. I got a theory on negative people. My theory on negative people is real simple, too. If you're negative, my legs still work, I'm out of here. I mean, I ain't going to be around negative people. You've probably been around those folks. Where you go? How you doing? And the minute that last syllable utters out of your mouth, you're regretting it.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at them, and life is terrible to them, and it's just, and it's like they're sucking the life right out of you, huh? I ain't gonna be around those folks, and I'm challenging you guys not to either. If you're wanting to, and there's a chance right now to make lifestyle, life-changing kind of money. There's that chance. But you've got to create the environment that's going to attract people, see? And the other thing you got to learn about attracting people is we're going to sign up joiners to find our leaders. You got to get out there and find it, just anybody. Now understand this, we talk to everybody, but you need to be thinking about those successful people. See, what we tend to want to do is we tend to want to recruit down a notch instead of recruiting up a notch. Now, understand, we can talk to everybody, but we can't forget these folks up here. It's going to cost you dearly financially. Don't be scared to talk to these folks, because these folks like to make money too. All right? You know, because here's what happens. If you're, say, a 6 on the socioeconomic scale, and you go talk to 4s, well, then you just taught your 4s to talk to 2s. And then those 2s go talk to 0s. And pretty soon your whole team's a bunch of 0s. We ain't wanting that, see. Now, I was barely paying my bills when I got this. I'm not saying everybody's got to be gazillionaires or anything to talk to them, but I'm telling you what, it's more about their mental attitude. It's more about how they think about things than it is what they actually have. Because we know people that are going somewhere in their life. They may not have got there yet, but they're going somewhere, huh? All right. My iPad went off. I'm not talking. Okay, number 2. So number 1 in my notes was it's all about the environment you create. Number 2, recruiting is not optional. Does this company and do we individually want customers?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. We want bunches of customers, like millions of customers. But you know how we get millions of customers? By signing up a whole bunch of associates, huh? I mean, our business is about recruiting. If your meetings that you go to, if it's like old home week when you at your meeting, something's wrong. It can't be that way. There got to be faces you don't recognize, because, see, I can sum up our business in one sentence. In fact, I can sum up success in our business in one sentence. New people bringing new people.
Right.
That's right.
I mean, because if it's just the same old group sitting there, then you're sitting, soaking and souring, and all you're doing is talking about the way you wish it was, and, how could it be better, and oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what happened, and then, finish this for me. Misery loves
Company.
If excited people would recruit as hard as miserable people do, it'd be amazing what would happen, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's those miserable people, they want you in there with them,